The Father, the Son. We pray thee, O God, to enlighten our minds, to direct our will, so that we may seek only what is right and just. Amen.
Thank you. Last meeting we had the composition on functions. This time we'll be dealing with another topic in mathematics, which is all about permutation. Okay, so please allow me to share my screen. Can you see it, Amabella? Kikita? Alright. Permutations. By the way, this presentation is from E. Jones. Let us first define permutation. We have two concepts to be discussed this morning, permutations and combinations, but we'll be focusing on permutations first. Permutations and combinations are both ways to count the possibilities. Ibig sabihin, parehas ito, ano, magkamukha lang sila ng gustong mangyari sa mathematics. Parehas gusto nilang makita ang mga posibilidad. Ano? Like for example, sa paglalaro ng cards o sa pagtotoss coin na lang, ano? Sa pagtotoss coin. Di ba sa toss coin, alam niyo yung toss coin? Yung mag-flip ka ng coin, tapos maghuhulaan kayo whether it's a head or a tail. Okay, so may mga possibilities, ano? 50% ang possibility na maging head yon, pagbaba niya, paglapag niya, and 50% ang possibility na tail yon kasi dadalawa lang naman yung possibilities doon sa coin. Mas marami ang possibilities natin kung cards naman ang pag-uusapan natin. Kapag deck of cards, we have 52 pieces of cards there. Tama? Okay, so malaki yung possibility, maliit yung possibility kasi marami yung bilang ng cards. Okay, so by the way, tignan natin yung difference ng permutations and combinations. So the difference between them is whether order matters or not. Ang pagkakaiba ng permutation at saka ng combination, kapag nagmamatter yung order, then that's a permutation. Kapag wala tayong pakialam sa order ng isang possibility, then yon ay combination. Yun yung pagkakaiba nung dalawa. Again, kapag walang kinalaman yung order, combination yon. Pero kapag may kinalaman o mahalaga ang order, then that is a permutation. So let us consider this example. Consider a poker hand with the following cards. We have A of diamonds, 5 of hearts, 7 of clubs, 10 of spades, and King of spades. The other one is King of spades, 10 of spades, 7 of clubs, 5 of hearts, and ace of diamonds. Ang tanong, magkamukha ba sila? Magkamukha lang ba yung dalawa na yan? Amabella, magkamukha lang ba yung dalawa?
Kaso po, magkaiba po sila ng order.
Yes. So magkaiba sila ng order, magkaiba sila ng arrangement, but the cards are just the same. Nagkaiba lang ng ayos, tama? So ibig sabihin lang niyan, yung combination magkakamukha, pero yung permutation hindi. Kasi sa combination wala tayong pake doon sa sa order. Okay? Pero sa permutation, napakahalaga ng order. Okay? So again, this is the question, does the order of the cards handed out matter? If yes, kapag yung order niya ay mahalaga, then you are dealing with permutations. Then kung hindi naman tayo nagtatanong o kung hindi naman sa atin mahalaga ang combination, then that is combination. Okay, permutation or combination, you just have to answer this, ano? Choosing 2 dogs from a litter of 2 males and 3 females. Mamimili ka daw ng 2 aso mula dun sa grupo ng mga aso na may 2 males at 3 females. Ano kaya yan? Permutation or combination? What do you think? Rainiel, any guess? Permutation or combination yan? Parang nasa eskwelahan ka, Rainiel. Rainiel, nandito ka ba sa school? Andito kayo sa school? Ha?
Opo.
Ano ginagawa niyo dito sa school?
Sir, ano po, yung sa research po namin.
O bawal kayo dito. Oras ng klase natin, baka mamaya makita nasa school kayo.
Sir, eto po si Sir Jamel, kausapin niyo po.
Sige na, later na lang kami mag-uusap ni Sir. Can I hear from Mark Rainiel? Is it permutation or combination? Choosing 2 dogs from a litter of 2 males and 3 females. Any guess? Sabi natin kapag permutation, mahalaga yung order. Kapag combination, wala tayong pakialam doon sa order. At yung situation natin ngayon, ito sabi, mamimili ka ng 2 aso mula doon sa grupo ng mga aso na may 2 males at 3 females. Ano sa palagay ninyo yung process na yon? Permutation or combination? Rainiel. Sige, how about Ninya? Ano sa palagay mo ito? Permutation ba ito o combination?
Permutation po.
The answer is combination. Bakit? Kasi hindi naman mahalaga yung order doon, ano? Hindi naman mahalaga. Ang kailangan mo lang gawin ay pumili ng 2 aso out of the group of dogs. So combination 'yon kasi wala namang order na pinag-uusapan. Okay, next. This question is for Amabella. A simple melody formed by playing the notes on 8 different piano keys. Yan. So Amabella, is it a permutation or combination? Mahalaga ba ang order dito?
Permutation po.
Permutation because order matters. Na kasi kung hindi mo isasaalang-alang ang order dito, siguro yung nota nito magiging kung saan-saan papunta. Tama? Okay, so that's a permutation. Next question. This question is for Crisnel Zian. A selection of 9 muffins from a shelf of 23. So meron tayong 23 muffins na nakalagay sa shelf. Pipili ka daw ng 9 na muffins doon. Is it a combination or permutation? Siyan.
Permutation po.
Permutation.
Ay,
Combination. Why? Kasi hindi naman mahalaga yung order. Kukuha ka lang ng muffin eh. Okay? So wala kang pake kahit alin yung kuhanin mo doon na 9 na muffin, it doesn't matter. So order does not matter in this situation. Kaya combination siya. Okay? That's the difference. Kapag mahalaga ang order, permutation 'yon. Kapag naman hindi, then that's a combination. Another. Sige, choosing a 6-digit alphanumeric password to access a website. Ayan, mamimili ka daw ng 6-digit password para ma-access mo yung website. This question is for Alexa Joy. Alexa Joy, mahalaga ba ang order dito o hindi? Kapag mahalaga ang order, your answer should be permutation. Kapag hindi naman mahalaga ang order, then your answer should be combination. Alexa, what is your answer here? Mamimili ka daw ng 6-digit password to access a website.
Permutation po.
Dahil mahalaga ang order kapag password ang pinag-uusapan. So the correct answer is permutation. Very good. Next, the ways 6 race horses can place first through third in a race. Ayan, yung meron daw mga kabayo na pangarera, mga pangarerang kabayo, paano daw natin yon paano daw natin mapipili sa kanilang anim yung first hanggang third? Is it a permutation or combination? Maricon, what is your answer here? Maricon, are you still there? Wala yata sila.
Sir Chappy po.
Alright, so let's have Ninya Kylie. Ninya, ano sa palagay mo? Bumawi ka dito.
Po.
The answer here is permutation. Very good. Okay. Next, dinner guest seated around a table. Ayan, meron tayong dinner, tapos may mga guests. The ways they sit around the table. What's the answer here, Amabella? Nagmamatter pa ang order dito o hindi? So what's your answer?
Combination.
Combination ba yon? It should be permutation. So nagmamatter ang order dito dahil like for example, hindi magkakakilala yung guest, na? So kung hindi sila magkakakilala, so kung sino yung katabi nung mga guest, mahalaga yun. Okay, next. So basically this is the definition of permutation. What is a permutation? Will you please read? Can I hear the voice of Mark Rainiel? Can I hear your voice? Will you please read the definition of permutation?
Is an arrangement of set of objects in a particular order.
Order matter. So yun yung ibig sabihin ni permutation, ano? Arrangement of a set of objects in a particular order, and order matters. Kapag naiba na yung order, hindi na yung permutation. Okay? For example, in how many ways can Matt, Raquel, and Jordan line up? So may tatlong tao daw, ano? May tatlong tao, si Matt, si Raquel, at si Jordan. Gaano daw natin karaming paraan mapapapila itong tatlong ito, no? So halimbawa, magkaroon tayo ng experiment. May tatlong tao sa ilang ways o gaano karaming paraan natin sila mapapapila ng magkakaiba yung kanilang order. So the answer is 6 different ways. Or like for example, if you have 3 things, meron kang cellphone, meron kang tumbler, at meron kang handkerchief na nakapila, no? Halimbawa, nakapila yung tatlong bagay mo na ito. Okay, let me focus this, ano? I have here a cellphone, my tumbler, and my handkerchief. On how many ways we can arrange our 3 things. Okay, so this is the first arrangement. Una si cellphone, si tumbler, at saka si handkerchief. O pagpalitin natin si tumbler at si handkerchief, ilang ways na? Dalawa na, no? So we already have 2. Sumunod, pagpalitin natin si cellphone at si handkerchief, so meron na tayong 3. Pagpalitin natin ito at saka ito, meron na tayong 4. Okay? Pagpalitin natin to at saka ito, meron na tayong 5. And then the last one, pagpalitin natin silang dalawa, then we have 6 different ways in arranging these 3 things. And the same is true with Matt, Raquel, and Jordan. Yeah. No? So 6 different ways. Pwede natin silang mapapila sa 6 na paraan. Okay? Okay, next example. Suppose that you have to write thank you notes to 7 people. Halimbawa, yung 7 people na yon ay 7 teachers ninyo na gusto ninyong sendan ng thank you notes. In how many ways you can choose the order in which to write the notes? So there are 7 choices, ano? 7 choices for the first, 6 choices for the second, and so on and so forth. So para makuha mo yon, that's 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and then the product's 5,040. So parang kangina lang din, ano? So there are 3 persons, ila-line up mo sila to get the number of ways, you multiply 3 by 2 by 1, pababa lang siya, na descending. Descending yung pagmumultiply. So 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is 6. And then ganun din dito, dahil there are 7 people, there are 7 choices, you start with 7 up to 1, then you multiply those, then you'll get a product of 5,040. Okay, is there an easier way? May mas madali ba dyan na paraan to get the product? Meron actually. You can use your calculators. You can use your scientific calculators. Ang para makuha mo 'to yung 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1, using your scientific calculator, meron siya na function na factorial. Siguro n tapos exclamation point. Meron diyan n tapos exclamation point, or sometimes in other calculators x tapos may exclamation point. Okay? So paano natin ito babasahin? Ito, katumbas niyan, yung 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. Ang katumbas niyan ay 7 factorial. Okay? So you read this as 7 factorial, hindi 7 exclamation point. Ang basa natin dito ay 7 factorial. Okay? So once again, how do you read that, Krisnel? Paano mo ito babasahin?
7 factorial po.
Very good. So we move on. Ito din sinasabi ko, no? Sa inyong calculator, baka ang nakalagay dyan, n factorial or x factorial. Depende doon sa inyong calculator. Sige nga, if you have your calculator with you, you try to click in 6 factorial. 6 factorial is equal to 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Ninya, may calculator ka with you? Do you have your calculator with you? Ayan. Amabella, meron nakita mo yung factorial na function?
Opo.
Alright. So you try to click in 6 factorial. What is the answer?
720 po.
Alright. So ganun lang. Ganun lang. Pwede siyang gamitin. Let us have another example here of factorial. Many CD players can shuffle the order in which songs play. Your favorite CD has 9 songs. Ayan. So meron daw isang CD player, kaya niyang i-shuffle lahat ng kanta doon sa CD na yon, ano? Kung merong siyam na kanta doon sa CD, ang tanong, in how many different orders can the songs be played? So the answer is 9 factorial. And 9 factorial is equal to 362,880 ways. So ganun siya karami, no? So mapapawaw ka na lang. Ganun siya karami. Okay. Permutation yun, na order matters. Okay, permutation notation. Punta na tayo dito sa permutation notation. A class of 15 students must choose a president and a vice president. So merong 15 estudyante, ano? Silang magkakaklase. Tapos, kailangan nilang pumili ng president at saka ng vice president. So tignan niyo, ito yung permutation notation na tinatawag natin. There are 15 students, tapos ilan yung kukuhanin mo dun sa 15 students? Dalawa lang. Ano yung dalawa na yon? President at saka vice president. So how do you solve for this? Paano natin ito babasahin pala? Babasahin natin ito ay permutation of 15 taken 2 at a time. So again, we read this as permutation of 15 taken 2 at a time. So ganun natin siya babasahin. Can you read it again? Alexa Joy, paano natin ito babasahin? Permutation of 15 taken 2 at a time. Sige nga Alexa, will you please read? Wala si Alexa. How about LJ? How do you read this one? Permutation of? Wala din si LJ. Okay, Nina, will you please read this one?
Permutation of 15 taken 2 at a time.
Alright, very good. Paano naman natin ngayon to isosolve? Permutation of 15 taken 2 at a time. Ibig sabihin, merong 15 students, ano? And then out of that 15 students, kukuha ka lang ng dalawa at yung dalawa na yon ay president at saka yung vice president. So you get the two highest numbers. You start with 15, then you multiply it by 14. Bakit 15 times 14 lang? Kasi we only take 2 at a time. Kaya 15 times 14. So, ibig sabihin, yung possible order o yung possible na maging combination, maging permutation natin ay 210. Paano naman kung pati secretary na dyan? Pati secretary na, naging permutation of 15 taken 3 at a time. So, magiging 15 times 14 times 13. And then the product would be the number of orders that we can arrange the possible officers of the class. Okay? So, but kung itatanong niya, bakit po 15 times 14 lang? Kasi we'll only take 2 at a time. Kaya yung two highest numbers lang. Okay? Next. So, yun na nga yung binasa natin kanina. Find the following. Sabi, at a horse show with 20 horses, ribbons are given for first, second, third, and fourth place. Ayan. So, meron tayong show, no? Meron tayong 20 horses. So, binibigyan ng ribbon yung first, second, third, and fourth place. How many different arrangements of 4 winning horses are possible? So, our permutation here, permutation of 20 taken 4 at a time. Bakit 20? Because there are 20 horses. Bakit 4 at a time? Because ang binibigyan lang ng ribbon ay yung first, second, third, and fourth. So, to get the permutation of 20 taken 4 at a time, you simply get the 4 highest numbers starting at 20. So you have 20, 19, 18, and 17, 4. And then you get the product of 20, 19, 18, and 17. You will get 116,280. Okay? Tama ba yung product niya? Alright. Then we move on. One more example. Ito na. How do you read this? Can I hear it from Crisnel? Sian, how do you read this one?
Permutation of 10
Taken
taken
3
3
at a time.
at a time.
Alright, so correct. So permutation of 10 taken 3 at a time. Ibig sabihin, you start with 10, tapos tatlong highest. Ano? So you have 10 by 9 by 8, so you will have 720. Okay, let's practice more. Combination or permutation? Baliktad natin yung mga tanong natin kanina. Ano? A pattern of different widths of bars and spaces for a barcode. Alam niyo yung barcode, yun sa mga binibili yung products, meron dong mga barcodes, di ba? Meron dong mga bars, yung nasa gilid ng mga binibili yung chocolates, binibili yung mga products, meron dong barcode. May pattern of different widths, di ba? Merong laki, tapos merong iba't ibang mga sizes yung mga bars na yun. Okay. So, combination ba yun o permutation? Ninya?
Permutation po.
Permutation because mahalaga yung order nun. Correct. Permutation or combination, Amabella, selecting 2 yellow marbles out of a sack of yellow and blue marbles. Kuha ka daw ng 2 yellow marbles doon sa isang sako ng mga marbles na mayroong yellow and blue marbles. Is it a permutation or combination?
Combination pa.
Combination? Yes, kasi order does not matter. For Sian, placing 1 can of each of 15 different types of soup along a store shelf. Is it a combination or permutation? Sian?
Combination po.
Combination, that's a permutation. Next, permutation or combination, selecting 4 candles from a box of 10. Ayan, Sian, what is the answer here? Pili ka ng 4 na kandila mula doon sa box. Permutation, combination.
Combination po.
Very good. Next, permutation or combination, the placement of the top 10 finishers in a school spelling bee. Maricon. How about Rainiel? Wala. Okay. So what's the answer here, Nina?
Permutation po.
Permutation, correct. And then, choosing 2 colors of paint out of 20 to paint the walls and trim of a bedroom. Amabella.
Combination po.
The answer is permutation because order matters here. All right. So please allow me to stop sharing. So for your activity, I want you to have your own experiment in your respective homes. Sa mga bahay niyo lang, magkaroon lang kayo ng isang experiment. As you can see, di ba, as I presented to you, there are lots of situations that we can apply the concept of permutation. Yung lahat ng mga pinasent natin na yon, Ang gagawin nyo diyan sa bahay ninyo, gawa lang kayo ng isang experiment about permutation, pwedeng mag-arrange kayo ng mga bagay dyan sa bahay ninyo, kahit halimbawa dun sa kusina, we have lots of things in your kitchen, sa bedroom ninyo, o kaya yung mga alaga nyong halaman, di ba, na pwede nyong i-arrange because arrangement ay mahalaga sa permutation. I want you to conduct your own experiment applying the concept of permutation and i-video. Okay? I-video yung process na para bang kayo ay nagba-vlog, na magpapakita kayo ng isang situation na tungkol sa permutation. The minimum number of minutes would be 2 and the maximum is 5. 2 to 5 minutes lang. Ibig sabihin, not less than 2 minutes but not more than 5 minutes. The submission will be next meeting, and our next meeting will be on, by the way, gagawin niyo yan sa next meeting natin, and the submission will be on Friday. So you have 1 week. So next meeting will not be having a synchronous session, but you have to do your experiment. Maliwanag? Magkikita-kita ulit tayo sa Friday. But expect some activities on Thursday. Thursday tayo next mag-meet, Thursday. Expect some activities pero hindi tayo mag-face-to-face na ganito. Ay mag-synchronous. So submission ng inyong activity will be on Friday. Activity which is your experiment. Maliwanag? Do you have any questions with regards to what we discussed this morning? Any questions so far? None? If none, can I request Amabella to please lead the prayer after class?
We give it thanks, O Lord, for those who sow and harvest, for those who teach and who are.
Amen. So that would be all for this morning. Goodbye, class, and see you next Friday.